Hey, welcome back to Filmflix, where we're about to dive headfirst into absolute bangers that'll mess with your head, make you laugh, or leave you questioning humanity's moral compass. And hey, all the streaming details, they're right there in the first pinned comment. And you're welcome. Grab your snacks, silence your phone, and buckle up because we're going from gritty crime families to Tarantino's blood-soaked fever dreams. And trust me, this ride gets wild. Let's go. All right. Kicking things off with a crime family drama that's basically one last job energy mixed with terminal illness and way too much family dysfunction. You've got a dying matriarch pulling strings from behind bars, two sons who couldn't be more different, one's trying to keep it together, the other's a walking powder keg, and a granddaughter who's getting way too close to the chaos. Throw in an FBI agent sniffing around and a heist that's supposed to fix everything, but spoiler alert, probably won't. Now here's the thing, this movie wants to be intense, but the reviews say it's kind of predictable, like you've seen this story before in better movies. The heist scene doesn't hit as hard as it should, and the family drama feels more soap opera than Scorsese. But if you're a sucker for crime flicks with messy family trees and you've got nothing else on your watch list, it might scratch that itch. Just don't expect fireworks. This is Ida Red, and honestly, it's more of a slow burn than a blaze. Next up, we're talking about one of history's most fascinating mob figures. And when I say fascinating, I mean this dude allegedly hid $300 million and took the secret to his grave. The movie's got Harvey Keitel doing what Harvey Keitel does best, being magnetic, mysterious, and morally complicated, while a broke journalist tries to get the scoop of a lifetime. Now, the framing device is solid. Old mobster tells his story, we get flashbacks of the wild days, the partnerships, the violence, the FBI breathing down his neck. But here's where it stumbles. Those flashback scenes? Over the top. Like really over the top. And the FBI stuff feels almost comically bad at times. The movie takes itself so seriously that it forgets to be fun, which is a crime when you're dealing with mobsters, you know? Still, if you're a Harvey Keitel completionist or just love old-school gangster bios, this one's got enough intrigue to keep you watching. Just temper your expectations. This is LANSKY, and it's a mixed bag wrapped in a sharp suit. Okay, hear me out. Leslie Nielsen. Deadpan comedy, wordplay so stupid it wraps back around to genius. Now imagine Liam Neeson doing that exact thing in 2025. Yeah, I know, it sounds bonkers, right? But that's the whole point. This reboot/sequel is literally designed to make you laugh in a theater with strangers, which is basically extinct these days. We've got Neeson playing it completely straight while the world around him descends into absurdist chaos. Bank robberies, phone devices that make people angry, hello social media satire, and sight gags that fly at you faster than you can process them. Pamela Anderson's in it, under 85 minutes, no cringy pop culture references that'll age like milk. The Lonely Island crew behind the camera clearly studied the Zucker playbook and said, let's do this. Is it as iconic as the original? Probably not, but does it commit to the bit hard enough to earn your ticket price? Absolutely. This is the Naked Gun 2025, and if you miss this kind of comedy, you owe it to yourself. Alright, buckle up because this one's dark, like I might need to sleep with the lights on dark. We're in serial killer territory, but this isn't your typical cat and mouse thriller, it's a full-blown nightmare designed to crawl under your skin and stay there. You've got an FBI agent with psychic abilities, underdeveloped sure, but creepy as hell, hunting a Satan-worshipping killer who's basically Ted Bundy meets Tiny Tim. And yes, that's as unsettling as it sounds. Nicolas Cage goes full Cage here, and I mean that as the highest compliment. The director uses every trick in the book, low angles, subliminal flashes, religious symbolism to keep you on edge. But here's the catch, sometimes the movie gets in its own way with too much exposition, like it doesn't trust you to feel the horror without explaining it. And there are moments where it could go weirder but pulls back. Still, the mood, immaculate. The tension, chef's kiss. If you love atmospheric horror that's more psychological dread than jump scares, this is your jam. This is Longlegs, and yeah, you're gonna think about it for days. Okay, this one's a vibe. Picture this. Arizona desert, 1970s-ish. A diner, a gas station, and a knife salesman who just wanted to get home but instead walks into a nightmare wrapped in dark comedy. Everything that can go wrong does go wrong, and it escalates like a Coen brothers fever dream had a baby with Sam Raimi's chaos energy. You've got bank robbers, a trapped waitress, an old couple, younger criminals, and everyone's stuck in this limbo where the tension just keeps rising. The director clearly studied Blood Simple and Fargo because the pacing, the violence, the pitch black humor, it's all there. And the lead performance, injected into my veins. It's funny, it's tense, it's unpredictable, and by the final act, you're laughing at things you probably shouldn't be laughing at. It's tight too, no wasted scenes, no filler. If you love crime thrillers that zig when you expect them to zag, this is essential viewing. This is Last Stop in Yuma County, and trust me, you won't forget this gas station. Hey, real quick, if you're vibing with this list and want more movie deep dives, recommendations, and chaotic energy, do me a solid and smash that subscribe button. And hit the like button too, because it genuinely helps us keep making these videos for you. All right, back to the madness. So remember the first Sicario? That incredible, suffocating tension? The moral ambiguity? Yeah, this sequel has Benicio del Toro being a complete legend, and that's kinda it. Don't get me wrong, the performances are solid, especially Del Toro, but the story feels more like setup than payoff. We've got cartel chaos, a kidnapping plot, government manipulation, and violence. So much violence, like numbing amounts of violence. And that's the problem. It starts feeling exploitative instead of meaningful. There's a subplot about a kid getting pulled into crime that screams sequel bait, and honestly, it's too predictable. The first film had nuance, weight, moral complexity. This one just shoots things. A lot. It's brutal and well made, but it lacks the soul that made the original so gripping. If you love the first one, you'll probably watch this out of loyalty, but temper your expectations. This is Sicario Day of the Soldado, and it's more loud than profound. All right, Tarantino fans, we need to talk. This one's gorgeously shot. Ultra Panavision 70mm, overture, intermission, the works. But underneath all that craft is a movie that feels empty. We've got a snowbound cabin, post-Civil War criminals and lawmen, twists, betrayals, and dialogue for days. But here's the thing, the dialogue doesn't build to anything meaningful. It's just there. And the violence, gratuitous doesn't even cover it. Especially the treatment of the one female character, which is brutal in a way that feels gross rather than purposeful. Compare this to Django or Inglourious Basterds, where the violence had a point, a catharsis. This just feels like Tarantino spinning his wheels. The racial slurs are more problematic here, the philosophical conversations feel surface level, and the whole thing plays like a stage play that mistakes length for depth. It's well made, don't get me wrong, but it's nihilistic without being smart about it. This is The Hateful Eight, and honestly, it's Tarantino's most divisive for a reason. Vegas, baby, but not the corporate sanitized Vegas we know now. The real Vegas. The 70s, the mafia, the Teamsters, the skimming. Scorsese takes us inside the machine, showing how mob-connected operators like Sam Ace Rothstein ran casinos, siphoned millions, and lived like kings until it all came crashing down. The attention to detail is insane. Every costume, every set, every frame drips with authenticity. You've got Ace, the meticulous operator, Ginger, the volatile wife, Nicky, the violent enforcer who destroys everything he touches. And the whole thing's a tragedy in slow motion. What makes this so compelling is how Scorsese shows the shift from mafia control to corporate takeover, from danger to Disney. And weirdly, the movie almost romanticizes the mob era, like there was something more real about Vegas when the rules were bent. It's morally complicated, visually stunning, and endlessly rewatchable. The violence is brutal, the relationships are toxic, and the atmosphere is suffocating in the best way. This is Casino, and it's a masterclass in filmmaking. And that's the list, folks. From crime families to mob legends, from deadpan comedy to nightmarish horror, we covered some serious ground today. Let me know in the comments which one you're watching first, or if you've seen any of these, drop your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and check the pinned comment for where to stream these bad boys. Thanks for hanging with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Now, go watch some movies. Peace.